Good morning, folks. Sitting here waiting to go get a tool this morning, and thought I'd give you an update on the Rock 2 and how it's been doing. So far, as you can see down there, it's got 10,280 miles on it. It's about 85 days into me using it, and haven't had any problems. There are a few things I'd like to discuss, and frankly, I wish I could get a hold of the guy that designed some of these features. Some of them, they got really, really good, like the camera system. I mean, I really have enjoyed the camera system on here. So like right now, that's the front camera. And you can do all kinds of things. You can go to the full around. My wife asked how it took a picture of my truck, and I told her it was just an icon, basically. Trailering, you can see in the back of my bed. This is the one I really like. I can see pretty much straight down on that trailer ball. Makes it really nice when you're backing up. Parallax puts it a little bit off, but it's pretty close. Got to work on getting my trailer camera on. I just haven't had time. And I didn't trust Rock 1 enough to install it. I didn't know if I was even going to keep a Chevy. Now, there are some things that are really nice about this truck, and some things that really need redone. Like, this is my back mirror. You can toggle between a TV screen and an actual mirror. The only problem is the orientation of this takes about 4 lanes of traffic in the back of my truck as I'm going down the road. And if you look in this and then you look over into the side mirror, the scale is drastically different. And right now it's not so bad because it's a bright object, but you put a car on a road behind you, it takes a second for your eyes to readjust, or my eyes to readjust to that thing. I wish they could change the orientation, or excuse me, the resolution or the scale of the items in the mirror to more match what's in that mirror. Now, I realize you can't get a wide field of view, but to my eyes, it gets kind of fuzzy when I switch back and forth. So maybe a way to sharpen the focus on it or something. I don't know, but I like the camera idea. I just don't think it works very well for my eyes in these situations. This is one of the things I really hate. They make the mud flaps too small to keep the mud off the running boards. Who thought that up? Another thing I really wonder who thought this genius idea up. In my 2011 model, my phone would sit and charge there if I did not put a case around my phone. You know, you can make these things bigger, Chevrolet. It's okay. And put the dadgum charger back up here. Whoever thought that the charger should be buried down in the console, surrounded by all kinds of warnings? My God, you can't have anything in there. It has heat. It has, you can't put change, or all this stuff gets slung around. Just makes you want to cry sometimes. Who thought up this? Oh, that little beep was telling me it was charging. It's wireless charging, which was great. The 2011s had them up here, but they only had one coil in it, so my phone would never charge from it, so it was useless. Plus, it would never fit in it because it's too small. Well, you can see you can't put keys, you can't do anything. that's got to be for that one item, and if it doesn't, what happens? Does it blow up? Does it get so hot it blows up? That little bloop bloop was telling me it was charging. If you look up here on the dash, you can glance and see that little lightning bolts on the phone. See, that came on. Well, the 2020 Chevy pickup I had, the Rock 1, would do that function, but most of the time I carry my phone up here where it's up in a better reception area for the antenna, and I can see the darn thing. So I have to charge it with a wire coming over to the port there. Now my 2020, that little indicator would be on. On the 2021, it doesn't work that way anymore. Another thing that I really like about this truck is the heads-up display, which you guys see flashing right there. I think I'm seeing it in the screen. It's a 60 cycle thing, but that tells you your four-wheel drive and your pitch and roll and your speed, and that little white box down there is the speed limit that you're in currently. Then you just have that. You know the one thing missing, Chevrolet? Why don't you put the dadgum turn signals up there? You know, old eyes, I'm sitting here driving, I got my hands here moving and stuff, and I don't see that little bitty green thing blinking away over in the corner. And if the radio's running, I sure can't hear that click, 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 click. You know, I got old ears. Driving an ambulance and fire trucks for years messed them up. But you could easily put that little green light up there. What a novel concept. Oh, some other things that I really like about this truck. You know, the heated steering wheel. I love the cooling seats on it. Turn that on and my butt gets cold. I like that during the summer. Or you can turn it on there and get it hot. I love them putting the 110 volt plug right there. You know, I carry a lot of battery stuff around with me, and it's really nice to be able to watch that charge. It's got a plug in the back tailgate area for when I'm doing something outside. One thing I wish they would do is this is the exhaust brake. You stick it on, it tells you your exhaust brake's on. Well, when I pull in a trailer, I always put that on. And so every single time I turn off my truck, I have to remember to reach down and turn this on. Just let the dadgum thing remember the last position. I can turn it off once, better than turning it on 50 or 60 times. Oh, one of the things that really gets me is this. Now this has two problems. One, this little tray is an $80 add-on. Chevrolet, I pay you $75,000 for a truck, and you think you would give me a little piece of plastic. But no. You gotta ride around like this if you don't have this. Oh, and who's the bright guy that decided that this little cool coin holder that comes with it is perfect? Notice anything? We have 4 major coins in circulation, Chevrolet: a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and pennies. What do? You throw the pennies on the floor just like I do. 4. There's space to put the other one in here. Guess it costs too much plastic to do so. Well, I don't think I'm being too picky. I live in this truck basically. I drive a lot. I really like the handling. I wish the gas mileage or the diesel mileage was up a little bit better than that, but that's a little bit combined pulling my trailer, little work trailer too, so it's better than having a gasser. Overall, they've done a pretty doggone good job of the different things. I mean, you can go in and do your trailering and it'll figure out which connection and your camera and stuff like that. Still doesn't remember your brake settings about 70% of the time. You'll get a message that says cannot recall brake setting for both trailers. Oh, and the one thing that I wish was different, this has got 15 or 16 cameras on this truck, and when you're pulling a trailer and you turn on the turn signal, which is buried way over there in the corner, that camera out there on the end of that mirror takes a picture of the left lane beside you all the way back. You see anything back there. It's wonderful. My motorhome does the same thing, but it only does this when you're pulling a trailer. The one on my motorhome comes on whenever you turn on the signal. They need to put an option in here to turn that on all the time. Otherwise, I'm going to make up a dummy trailer plug and plug it in the back. That really is nice to be able to see what's on the left, you know, especially on the right. You get over there and you got a blind spot. That camera that displays right here takes away that blind spot. Well, overall, Chevrolet's done a pretty good job of this. Just a few little things like burying the deadgum phone down there in the console and charging me $80 for a piece of plastic and forgetting that there's 4 coins that we normally use. It's been a pretty good truck. Now the mud flap issue I think can be fixed, but you got to go buy some extra mud flaps from them. I don't even know how much that costs. I guess it's the bean counters at Chevrolet have become like the bean counters everywhere. If I can save 50 cents, like you could see down there if I had my footwell lights back that they got rid of way long time ago. A 2005 had them. A 2007 didn't have them. Just to save a few bucks.